2, 1. Hello, Judge. My name is Siri Debate, and I'm the first opposition speaker for the topic. The death penalty has done more harm than good. I will first state the main mechanism, and then I will argue my assertions. I urge you to consider what will protect the most civilian lives. My assertions are, there are many issues with the death penalty, such as racism, and capital punishment goes against almost every religion. The third assertion is that it does not dissuade felons from committing crimes. I will now begin arguing my assertions. My first assertion is that there are many issues with the death penalty. Death penalty is unfair because death is controlled by the race and the place of the person. You should not discriminate people because of their race or where they stay. That is unacceptable. From initial charging decisions to plea bargaining to jury sentencing, African Americans are treated more harshly than their defendants, and their lives are accorded less value than their victims. All Americans, or virtually all American juries, are still commonplaces in many localities. According to a report sponsored by the American Justice Association, a study by 2007 concluded that 1/3 of African Americans, death row inmates in Philadelphia, would have received sentences of life imprisonment if they had not been African American. A study released by the University of Maryland concluded that race is a major factor in a death penalty decisions. Specifically, prosecutors are more likely to seek a death sentence when the race of the victim is American, and are all less to seek a death sentence when the victim is African American. A 2000 study of death sentences in Connecticut, conducted by Yale University School of Law, revealed that African American defendants received the death penalty at least 3 times more than the rate of African defendants in cases where the victims are American and then are proven innocent. In addition, killers of white victims are treated more severely than people who kill minorities when it comes to deciding what charges to bring. Instead, we should put into place life without parole, in which they can stay in jail for the rest of their lives and not be penalized with death, even if they're innocent. My second assertion is that capital punishment goes against a lot and most of the religions. According to Amnesty International organization, although isolated passages of religious scripture have been quoted in support of the death penalty, almost all religious groups in the United States regard executions as immoral. The Christians oppose the death penalty based on statements made by Jesus Christ, and therefore many listen attentively. It requires individuals to abstain from injuring or killing all living creatures, and Buddha's teachings restricts Buddhist monks from any political involvement. Using historical documents and interviews with contemporary authorities on Buddhist doctrine, our research uncovered a long history of political involvement by Buddhist monks and Buddhist support of violence. Yet there seems to be limited Buddhist involvement in Southeast Asian countries in death penalty issues. Executing a person kills them before the time of their natural death. We are playing God. If we kill them, yes.
You're saying that the Christians and Buddhists are opposing the death penalty because they're killing people. But the people who receive the death penalty have committed a murder themselves. So wouldn't these people support punishing these murderers?
Yes, but life without parole is a much better alternative, in which they can stay in jail for the rest of their lives. We should not kill them. That's why we should put in life without parole. If we kill them prematurely, then we'll be playing God's will and role. The death penalty is inconsistent with Buddhist teachings, since philosophically, capital punishment and Buddhism are a false paradox. Hinduism is full of compassion and forgiveness. This is impacting our citizens and their guilt of not following their religion. This is negatively affecting many of our citizens. In addition, many felons are innocent, yet are still convicted of a crime. My third assertion. Many innocent people are dying, and they do not deserve such consequences such as the death penalty. According to a new study by the National Academy of Sciences, the study's researchers conclude that based on the statistical data, it can safely be estimated that 4.1% or 1 in 25 criminal defendants sentenced to death in the U.S. are innocent. In Missouri, Texas, and Virginia, investigations, according to the Innocence Project, a national litigation and public policy organization dedicated to exonerating wrongfully convicted individuals through DNA testing and reforming the criminal justice system to prevent future injustice. 18 people have been proven innocent, and they were in the United States after serving time under death row. Therefore, Judge, the proposition team has provided ample evidence, and that's why the proposition team has successfully won this debate.